Hey guys, welcome to Unravel Me. I'm Anna, and while this channel focuses mostly on knitting, I do feel it's important to know some of the basics of crochet as well. So today we are going to do the most basic of basic first learning stitch that you need to know, and that is creating your chain. So let's get started. Alright, so the yarn I have here with us today is just the original sugar and cream cotton yarn. It's a worsted weight just for this demonstration, and it's in color yellow. The needle I have here is just some basic crochet needles that I got off of Amazon. I'll link to something similar in the description below. And this is a 5mm. To do our foundation chain, we first need to start with a basic slip knot. So the easiest way for me to do that is just, if you have your yarn hanging in your finger here, the short end is going to just go over or in front of the long end and then come up through this circle here. So I usually just put my forefinger and thumb between there, grab that little bit of the short end of the yarn, and you can kind of anchor it with your other hand and pull up a loop and then let it just tighten. And that gives you a slip knot. And what's so awesome about a slip knot is it's adjustable. You can make it bigger, smaller, whatever you need. So now we're going to take our crochet hook, put it into that hole, and tighten it up, just like that. So now to make your foundation chain, you're going to grab your working yarn and get some tension on it. So the best way I found to do that is just wrapping it a couple times around my middle finger and then bringing my index finger up against it so that I can use it for more precision work. It always helps me to use my middle finger and thumb to grasp that little tail end just for some tension. And your crochet hook is going to come towards you and wrap under that yarn there. So once again toward you, and basically the yarn is wrapping around your crochet hook, and then you're going to turn the hook a little bit toward you so that you can grab onto that. Here's where I like to pinch that knot there, and it can help kind of open it up just a teensy bit so you can fit the hook through. You're going to grab the yarn and pull it through that loop. And that's it. That is one chain. So let's practice that a few more times. I like to put my right forefinger, index finger, on that yarn to help hold it in place. And then once again, the yarn is going to wrap around the hook from the back over to the front. And then I'm going to pinch that first stitch now between my index finger and thumb, turn the hook towards me to grab some of that yarn, and pull it through that little loop there that was on your hook. Let's try that once more. Anchoring the current stitch on your hook, wrapping the yarn around, holding on to that stitch to anchor it down, twisting the hook towards you to grab the working yarn, and pulling it through the loop. Anchor it down, wrap the yarn, anchor the stitch, and now I'm actually pushing up on that hook with my thumb and pulling down on the stitch that I'm holding on to, so that can create a good enough opening to now slide that yarn through. One more time, anchoring the stitch, wrapping the yarn around the hook, holding on to the stitch below, twisting the hook towards you and pushing up with your right thumb. And you can pull it up just a little if you need just a little bit more space there. And grabbing that yarn and pulling it through. I'm going to do a few of these now, a little bit quicker. And there is your foundation chain ready to begin crocheting into. Alright, thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate it. I hope you found that video useful and that you learned something. Comment below what you would like to see next. Make sure you subscribe, and I will see you guys next video. Thank you so much. Bye.